Broadcasting from the business capital of the world, this is the Podcast Business News Network. All right. Thank you, Mr. Producer. We are back, and this lovely young lady with me is the one and only Miss Stacy Fletcher from She Can SOAR. Hey, Stacy, what's going on?
Hi, I love that. The one and only. Yes.
Well, it's true. I mean, you have such a great story. I mean, you've defined what entrepreneur means,
Yeah.
and you knew that this was going to happen. You knew that you were gonna, be doing it yourself in so many different areas. It's pretty impressive. You ever look back and say, this is impressive?
Yeah, and it's always a work in progress. We're forever, every day evolving and learning something new. You never stop learning. So yes, I always look back and say, I've come so far, but yet I have so many things I want to accomplish still,
Mm-hmm.
And before we get deep into it, I just wanted to say last week, I think we had mostly all men calling in, which was really surprising. I was like, thank you, gentlemen, for calling in. I'm thinking, see, it's a new day. Women better be ready for these men who's ready to have conversations and communicate. So thank you guys for calling in last week.
Well, I think, talent sees no sex or gender, whatever, you know what I mean? I mean, when somebody's got something to say,
right,
you want to learn from them.
Exactly. And at some point we used to say, oh, men don't know how to communicate. Well, that's not the true story of 2022. So women, you better be ready for communicating with these men. They want to learn and grow as well.
Stace, how's this expo going? I mean, I know there's a lot of work going into it. Tell people about it in case they haven't heard about it.
Yes. Within my She Can SOAR life coaching, I also do women empowerment events. And the one that I have coming up is May the 21st and 22nd in Orlando, Florida. If you're in the area, you can go to shecansoarexpo.org and find out the information. And it's really amazing because the news station that we have here in Orlando, Florida, kind of reached out to me, Channel 9 News, and now I'm working with them to try to get, broadcasting for the event. The women there are super excited. So it's going to be, it's really good that, my vision is coming true and other women see what I'm trying to do and want to be a part of it. So definitely May the 21st and 22nd.
Yeah, I can only imagine what kind of talent you got there because these are all women who have their own business or are interested in opening their own business. I mean, exactly. The collection of what you got there is why wouldn't the news be there?
And it's just like, it's contagious because, even where I'm having the event, it's called Desertland Park and, it's free to get in. And it's also a family event because they have things for kids to do. It have places for your husband or men to do while the women are in doing their same thing under this one roof. So it's, it's free to get in. It's everyone who's interested in women in business or want to find out about owning your own business. Hear great stories from women who've made it. Because nobody just woke up. Everybody kind of grew into what they want to do. And, I'm just super excited about it, that a lot of women participating and we're just going to make it happen.
Yeah, Stacy, I mean, right there is a perfect example of what sets you apart from people who are not as successful yet. Because look, you've already put the thought in. Okay, so I have all these successful women here. Now I want to open this up. I got to have something for the men to do. I got to have something for the kids to do. Right. You're thinking about everything. It's not just one thing.
Exactly. Let me tell you, I had a phone call from this woman from Boca Raton, and she was asking me about the event. She's super excited. She does hair extensions and want to come up and bring her crew to do hair extension. And what I'm doing differently, every woman that wants to get on stage and talk about their success and talk about their product, demonstrate their product, this event is basically for women in business. You're the one that's going to have the stage. And it was so funny. She was like, well, I got to see some things so my nanny will take my kids. I was like, no, sweetheart, your nanny could bring the kids with you. And while you're doing your thing, they could be over there riding the golf carts, or they could be playing putt-putt golf. We're inside this dome arena that just come. Your nanny could be over there with your kids while you over here doing your thing at your event, you know?
So
So
I already
I'm
thought
super
about that. That's already done. That's awesome. Wow.
I
Hey,
want this to be a family fun time because, you know, we all have our family that supports us and our family that pretty much cheer us on. So I want this place to be where your kids can come and see you on stage talking to other women or, you know, your family members. So it's just going to be a great, exciting day for me. And it is May the 21st and 22nd in Orlando, Florida. If you want more information, please go to shecansoarexpo.org or feel free to call me personally, 407-815-5155 if you want to hear more about it. Super
awesome.
excited.
Yes, Stacey, I'm excited too. Is the I don't if it's the correct name, the fishing the fishing lady or what is it? What's it called? What's it called again? Is she still coming?
It's Fishing Mama.
Fishing Mama. Is she still coming?
Yeah, she
Nice.
is. And the thing with her, she was stating that she may not have a vendor booth, but she wants to bring, like I told you, she had a lawn service already. So she said she's going to just come out and have her employees wear her t-shirts, wear her caps, pass out information, and just kind of talk to the crowd about her business. And I will give her opportunity to get on stage as well because she's a young girl and has her own lawn service. I think she's like 26 and she has her own lawn service. You know,
that's who you got. That's the talent you got.
And that's the talent you got. And she said she just loves fishing and she don't see a lot of women fishing, and that's the company she want to start. And I'm telling you, people young are doing great things, and I just want to give them that opportunity to talk about it and be seen.
That's such an interesting person because she has the business. You said she's 26.
Yeah,
she has this lawn business, and now she's like, I love fishing, so now I'm going to take my passion for something.
Exactly. And I said, you know, you already have a successful lawn company. It's just basically doing the same thing that you've done, but now you're so passionate about this. It's like just turning something that's going to elevate even more, because to hear her talk about it, it's like, oh my God, you just see her eyes just light up. And, you know, it's amazing because I've never heard of women fishing, and you know, I didn't think it was a thing, but it is, and she loves it. But yeah, she'll be there doing her thing as well.
It states, would you ever accept an invitation from the Fishing Mama to go and try this?
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
Yes, definitely.
That sounds awesome. So much, so great.
On and come out there so I can see this thing happening. And you know, it's so great that I'm a person that people can come to and ask questions, and I can kind of teach or give guidance of what I know to help someone to get to the next level to achieve their goals. Yes.
Yeah. Well, it's kind of like, you know, you were just talking about her, but you know, I could, if you just substituted your name, like here's a somebody who writes 2 successful best-selling books about it's Jalen, right?
Aiden, my son. Aiden.
Yeah, it's about Aiden. Yeah. 2 books, you know, and you know, doing everything that you do. I mean, you two got a lot in common. I bet you guys.
Yes. You know, it's like you just never stop growing. It's what do you want? This world, you know, people say the world is an oyster, and it really is. It's what do you want for your life? You know, everybody has something different they want to do. And some people just want to be content at what they're doing, but some people have dreams and real goals that they want to meet. And it's just, and that's what life is about, finding out what you want to do and just having someone to back you up to make sure you get there. Yeah. And that's where my life coaching comes in as well. So, you know,
talk to me about it.
Yeah. And if you need someone, you know, to help you clarify your goals, to identify the obstacles that's holding you back so we can get a strategic plan for you to get where you need to be, that's where I step in, and I am a life coach. And you could reach me at Stacy at shecansoar.org, and we could just start the process. But yeah, everyone needs to have goals and ambitions and a drive that gets them up in the morning.
Yeah, Stacy, when in your life coaching, what's the obstacle that you hear most with people where they don't know where to start? I mean, that great advice you gave, but getting that domain, that was, you know, the first step. But what's the biggest obstacle that you hear all the time?
I think the biggest obstacle is people trying to narrow it down to one thing because they have so many things they want to do. But I always say, just narrow it down to one, then conquer that. Okay. And then what's the next thing? You know what I mean? And then conquer that. So don't just be, you have all these ideas and it all sounds great, but how are we going to narrow it down so you can do one thing at a time? You know what I mean? You don't want to be a jack of many trades. You want to be a master of one, as they say. You know what I mean?
Right.
Conquer that and then start something else,
Okay. I got you. Yeah. So it's real important to, like, if you have all these ideas, whatever, just pick one, get that domain, start on that, and then sooner or later, like yourself or the fishing mama, you can branch off and do something else after you get that first one done.
Yeah. And now let me tell you, now you may have ideas. Like for me, I have like 23 domains because I may have an idea, but I don't want to do nothing with it yet, but it may be down the road. So don't just be, you can always Google different things that you may want to do or have a brand name that you may want and don't want to do anything right now, but maybe down the line, I may want to capitalize on that. So you can always go and get a domain and keep it for yourself. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So it's not limited to one, but I'm just saying, focus on one thing that you feel that's going to get you to your next level, that you're really more passionate about. You know what I mean? Narrow
it down. Yeah, I got it. Hey, Stacy, I got a question for you. I was reading there's this guy, his name is Mark Cuban. He owns I think the Dallas Mavericks, the basketball team.
Mm-hmm.
And I was reading an article by him, and he said it's very important when you're first starting a business not to buy swag or to people will buy T-shirts and keychains and all that stuff. Do you subscribe to that line of thinking? Is it a waste of money? What do you think?
Well, it just depends. You don't want to go and just start a business and then you got to get like 5,000 T-shirts made or whatever. Let's go back to the fishing mama, for example.
Okay.
She already has her lawn service and everything. And when she came to have a meeting with me, I saw she was wearing another brand name, while she was doing her lawn service. And I was telling her, I was like, well, if you want this, you already have your name and everything. Why not have your employees wear your fishing shirt and a fishing hat, mama? That's free advertising right there. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you don't go out and buy 1,000 keychains or 10,000 T-shirts and you just starting out.
Mm-hmm.
Use what you have. Like for her, she have employees. Instead of them wearing, whatever, and you got this brand coming out, you can have them wear that brand. Have someone wear the lawn service brand that's already successful, but now you have another brand and somebody come up and say, oh, Mama Fishing, but they're walking billboards for you. So you have to kind of use what you can kind of control, So I really agree with that. Don't just start a business and want to go and just buy all this novelty stuff and nobody knows who you are.
Great point. Yeah, great point. Yeah. So to use your employees to advertise whatever, whether it be the lawn service or the I got you.
Exactly. Or even yourself, if you want to you're your own walking billboard, you could just buy one T-shirt and wear it and a cap or whatever it is. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But I truly believe you don't have to start spending a lot of money on novelty stuff and nobody don't even know who you are.
Gotcha. Yeah. All right. Yeah. Well, talk to successful people. A lot of them think alike. So there you go.
Yes.
Let me ask you about, Stace, when you are looking for people to come on board, like as far as the hiring, and you're starting out, I mean, can you do it alone, or do you got to have one or two people that you pay? How does it work?
Well, you can do it alone. And it depends on step 1, 2, and 3. Little things that you can do alone. I don't know what each person is looking for, but I think if you have, like for me, let's say for me, for instance, was starting out my Chic and SOAR. It's all my ideas. I was continually writing my ideas down, writing things I wanted to do. Like when I did my first brand launch back in 2018 for women empowerment. And I just basically did it all myself, like write down my thoughts, write down what I want. But then I have girlfriends in my life and I have my mom and my, family. So I would go and ask them, one or two people if they're interested in helping me. And, it's your girlfriends. Yes, definitely.
Yeah.
What you need me to do? You know what I mean? Not to
Yeah.
say that nobody's getting paid, but everybody wants to see you succeed. You know what I mean? So just use your niche of people that's around you, that's somebody who's encouraging you or just love what you're doing and they can help you anyway. And everybody has somebody that can help them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because just starting out, you don't need a whole crew. You just need your ideas and people will start coming into place that you feel that can help you get there. One or two people, you know?
Yeah, you've always been a big, you've always said, to use the resources that you have and some you don't even know that you have.
You don't even know. Let me tell you, I'm a big believer. I pray a lot and I meditate and people just start coming to me and I just ask for guidance and to bring the people that has my same vision. And I swear to goodness, it's like people are just coming to me that, I didn't even know was out there. But it's just start out with just what you can control around you. And you'll be amazed at how many people around you that want to help you. You know what I mean? And see your vision for what it is. But yeah, don't go out and try to, buy a building and you need a desk and you got to get 3 phone lines and you got to get, don't. Just start at home, start writing your vision down, what you want, and things will come. It will come.
Okay. Yeah. Hey, Stace, how important is social media to someone starting out?
Social media is great because everybody's on social media. That's another advertising. You could say coming soon or, and a lot of people have a lot of followings and ads and things like that already have great followings on their social media. So that's advertisement. If you have a business that's coming, you could say coming soon, stay alert, stay connected. That's great advertising. Anybody knows that. You know what I mean? Okay. And it's free advertising.
Yeah.
But you have to use all of your resources, all of them. You know what I mean? If
I've heard you put that, you pound that into people's head. You said you got to use these resources.
Yes, if you have a child in school and you're trying to start a business, you could be going to the school and then some of the teachers know, hey, I'm going to be starting a new business. This is what I'm going to be doing. I mean, you have to get out there and it's things just around your environment that it's right around your environment. You know what I mean? But you have to be able to speak and go out and not be fearful because if you really want this, nothing's going to stop you. You know what I mean?
Yeah. You're a perfect example of that. But Stace, what I worry about, it's not that maybe that's the wrong choice of words, but what I'm concerned about is people, because you've told me before, you said when you got a passion, it's always in you. This is something that's it's round the clock. But I'm concerned about people having burnout. Have you ever felt any of that or helped somebody who go through that?
Oh yeah, you have to, and that goes back to self-care. You know what I mean?
The 5 things, yeah.
Yeah, if you're not feeling well, you got to take care of yourself. Sometimes I stay up late and I skip lunch or I don't eat dinner and things like that. But you have to have time to take care of yourself and that's the great thing about it where it's your passion, because if you have something inside of you that that you really love, you don't even know about time. All you know is about, okay, I got to get this done. And you're just so involved in it because you love it. You know what I mean? You're not worrying about things and making money. You just want to get your stuff out there and you just don't know about time. So you really have to take care of yourself. You know what I mean? It has to be a balance. It has to be a balance. Yeah. Self-love.
Yeah. Stacey, especially when it's something that you're doing, you got to be healthy because you got to help other people. So it's like, that old the cliche about, hey, when somebody, when you're in a plane, the mask comes down, you got to put yours on, right?
Put yours on first, right? Because if you're not well, how are you going to be able to help anyone else? You know what I mean? So you really have to take care of yourself. And I know on Wednesdays, and my husband and my son knows Wednesdays is mom day. It's like, listen, don't call my name, act like I'm here. You know, Wednesday is my time to just do me. You know what I mean? So you have to kind of set your back in a fun way. But though that's my day. Wednesday is my day to just kind of, you know, just everybody just let me be.
Aiden and your husband is like, okay, just leave mom alone. Let her do her thing. Let her go out with her girlfriends and whatever.
Yeah, you know, you got to find your own space and your own serenity, and just take care of yourself. You know, especially women, because we try to do a lot and help so many people, and
yes, you do.
We do so much, so we have to definitely take care of ourselves first.
No doubt, Stacy. Yeah, you like we talked about being a mom. I mean, you guys are just something a different. You're on a different level, you know. But moms are just on a different level. Yeah, it's so awesome.
Yeah.
Mr. Producer, let's see what the audience has to say about my friend Miss Stacy.
Okay. All right.
So we have Allison in Pittsburgh wants to know, is becoming an entrepreneur all about having a never say no attitude?
Never saying no attitude. Now, never saying no, I'm the type of person, okay, you may say no this time, or somebody may say no, but I'm still going to go. That one no is not going to stop me. You understand? Yeah, okay, that door might close in my face, so I'm going to the next door. That person says no, I'm going to the next one. You know what I mean? So your no will be your no, but it's not going to stop me from getting to where I need to be. You understand?
Awesome. Yeah. It's a great question, especially to ask Stacy Fletcher. Yeah, I assume that Stacy doesn't really like the word no. I don't think she knows that very well. She's gonna find out a way to get the yes.
Now, you know, you will get a no sometime, but just don't let it stop you. I swear to goodness, don't let it stop you, because they just don't know the greatness. And the good thing about it, the person that did say no and they turn around, they see you're really exploding. Yeah, you get to have one up on them.
Gotcha, Stacey. All right,
now
cool. Good.
You.
Yeah, good question, whoever that was. Thank you. What else you got, Mr. Producer?
We have Ken in New York. He asks, my wife wants to start her own business. What can I do as a supportive husband to help her reach her goals while still letting her be independent?
It's cool, Ken.
Listen to what her goals are. Not try to tell her what her goals need to be, but if you're going to help her, what you have to do is listen to what she wants to do and let her verbally tell you. And then you will be the one to say, well, sweetheart, how can I help you in your journey of whatever it is? What do you need me to do? Or how can I help you? So basically listen first and then ask her, how can you help her to get what she needs to do? And I'm sure she'll have some things that you can do. You know?
Another guy, Stacy, coming on. But that he asked that question, you can tell that person is behind his partner.
Exactly. And that's the thing. It's like people who want to start their own business, they already know what it is. They already know what they need to do. So with him asking, how can I help you reach your goal? What do you need me to do today to help you get, closer to your goal? Or what else can I do? Just always asking and always being able to help that person is definitely will be an A+. Mm-hmm. Definitely just asking her, how can you help her?
And I love that you said, don't tell her what she need, because that is like, you should have, it's better to just go away rather to tell someone how to do it, because that's the worst thing you could do, right?
Right. Because you got to understand, it's like, everything is in our heads. You know what I mean? Just like it's in his wife's head, what she wants to do and, how she wants to go about it. So just being that backbone. And sometimes people don't need you to tell them anything. They just want to have someone they can bounce ideas off of. So be that listening ear to listen to things that she's saying and being to ask questions. Okay, well, how do you think we could do this? And let her tell you her goals and aspirations and what she wants to do and how you can help. I think that's the best thing. Just someone being able to listen and asking, okay, how can I help you? What can I do to help you? Yeah.
Yeah. And it's perfect what you say. I talked to a wedding planner the other day, and what she told me is that a lot of the time it's like she has to stop because the parents want to make all the decisions. Like, wait, whose wedding is this?
Exactly. And it becomes comes in conflict with a lot of things because the person who is having the idea, it's all in their head. And sometimes they don't know how to say it or how to explain it to you. So just follow the process and just ask questions and listen. Listen is the most important part.
Got it.
Yeah.
Great question. Thank you for that. Stace, we're out of time, but let me give you the last word. Great show again.
Yeah.
Great information. Let me give you the last.
Yes, I just want to say, listen, people, it's a sign that everybody should see over their head, and you've seen it all over, and it says, do not conform to this world, but be transformed by it. Okay, don't follow the masses, follow your own path, do your own thing, and that's when you will find success. So please, if you need to call me Stacy, you could call me Stacy Fletcher, 407-815-5155. Don't forget about my expo, May 21st through the 22nd. All the information is shecansoarexpo.org. Be transformed by the renewing of your mind, and let's go and all be successful. So until next time.
Love it. Stacy, always a pleasure. Thank you so much. Guys, we'll be right back.
All right.
Are you looking for even more of the podcasts and hosts that you love? The Podcast Business News Network is proud to announce that you can now listen live on the MyTuner Radio and online Radio Box apps for iOS, Android, and the Amazon App Store. Or check us out online. Search for Business News Network on mytuner-radio.com or search Podcast Business News Network on onlineradiobox.com/US so you don't miss a minute of the action.
Broadcasting from the business capital of the world, this is the Podcast Business News Network.
For nearly 2,000 severely injured veterans, everyday life has become filled with barriers.
Day-to-day simple tasks can become pretty daunting.
I have to carry my chair up 2 flights of steps or have somebody do it for me.
What scares me the most is just the falling.
When I'm struggling with my house, I think, to have that one great barrier just knocked down, it's crucial.
Home for Our Troops is a wonderful nonprofit that builds a
mortgage-free, fully adaptive, handicap-accessible house. And there's no catch.
It'll be our very first home that we've ever owned.
This is a game changer.
This is where your life begins again.
We need you to join us in completing this important mission. Please visit hfotusa.org and help build homes and rebuild lives.
Because of you, everything's going to be okay.